isn't a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything. Anything that you asked for, you know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you everything.
See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was late night texting till we're yawning. Nowadays I'm overthinking till the morning. Switched up and turned without a warning, but I know my heart forever bleed. Truth is that strangers like magicians. Never knew them tricks were up your sleeve.
Hey, I'm sick of this back and forth. It's starting to get contagious. I had to put the bridges out you burnt. What I felt inside would have performance. What's your number, please? Or contact buzz you up so I can call that a French tip when you're doing your feet. New LV when you fly overseas. Cold plumbing cause I'm at a band swimming cause I'm in a date. Don't call me.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
To throw, it's Milton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throw, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Run.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. Breaks through the contact. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Amarian Hampton with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Milton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Milton now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80.
They're going to try and throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
380. Run. Set. 380. Run. Set.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Touchdown, Omari and Hampton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Check smash.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 by 6.
Throwing is Milton. It's caught. Mitchell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
To throw is Milton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
19 target, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now Milton. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Come on, come on.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cougar, nice.
Here's Milton. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Jets in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 tight, 19 tight.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Down to his 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Ready, break. Get it. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Milton. His pass caught at the 4. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn up.
And caught by Thomas. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
14, Jets 7.
game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Set. Delta. Go. Set.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
Baylor Tiger. Let's go. Hey. Home to troops right. Ready.
Herbert now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down.
Set. Crowd right. Go. Lion. 21. Go. Hey, go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive.
Milton. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Milton.
He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
Off play action. Milton.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the 1st down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 79 Broncos. Go.
They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now he'll tuck this and run. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Here's Herbert. He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Hey, ram.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The Chargers field goal, a 33-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Ready? Down. Ready?
The final shot before break. Miller, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes, right side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the 3rd part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
Hey, count, go.
In motion goes the tight end. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for him. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defense in front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he's got his big tight end here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.